The agricultural community in Oklahoma is applauding the choice of former Georgia Governor Sonny Perdue for Secretary of Agriculture. With the guidance of Perdue, agriculture leaders hope President Trump will come to realize how important trade agreements are to Oklahoma, as well as the need for immigrant workers.
During his campaign for presidency, Donald Trump pledged to make sweeping changes to international trade agreements and frequently mentioned, too, that he opposes.
A Trump administration will renegotiate NAFTA, and if we don't get the deal we want, we will terminate NAFTA and get a much better deal for our companies and our workers. We will also immediately stop the job-killing Trans-Pacific Partnership.
The executive vice president of the Oklahoma Cattlemen's Association, Michael Kelsey, says Trump's comments about NAFTA, the North American Trade Act, have been worrisome.
NAFTA has been very good to the beef industry. Canada and Mexico are our two largest trading partners. We do great business with with Canada and Mexico under NAFTA from the beef industry.
Roy Lee Lindsay is the executive director of the Oklahoma Pork Council. He says NAFTA has been a game changer for the pork industry.
In the pork industry, 20 years ago, we were a net importer of pork. Today, we're the second largest exporter of pork around the world. We are a significant player globally with customers, and our customers start with Mexico and Canada.
NAFTA opened up trade between the U.S., Mexico, and Canada in 1994. According to Lindsay, the Trans-Pacific Partnership that Trump has bashed and vowed to quit once in office would have given U.S. pork producers an even larger presence in Asia.
Pork is the most widely consumed meat in the world. It's the meat protein of choice around the world, and you're talking about an area that it is their protein of choice when you talk about Asia and the Pacific.
So we want to make sure that we have open access to the world's grocery store, if you will. So that includes places like China. We're very appreciative of the Obama administration negotiating with China. We were very strong supporters of TPP, the Trans-Pacific Partnership, because we believed that opened the door for beef exports to a lot of those Pacific rims.
Kelsey, Lindsay, and others interviewed for this story hope President Trump will come to better understand the intricacies of trade. Terry Dietrich is a farmer and rancher who has been a leader for Oklahoma agriculture interests.
We have to have trade, and we have to have relationship with other nations, and we have to maintain those relationships. So I would urge President-elect Trump to choose his words very carefully in referring to other nations, because we're all in this globe together and we've got to cooperate, and we're dependent upon other populations and they're dependent upon us to feed them.
When it comes to immigration, Dietrich believes Mr. Trump will come to understand the importance of migrant workers.
I think he will realize this when it's brought to his attention that thousands and thousands of acres go unplanted or go unharvested without adequate immigrant labor. It's a simple solution. Come with an effective worker permit. Give them a permit to come in, do what they come to do, go back home.
Agriculture leaders are enthused that former Georgia Governor Sonny Perdue has been picked by Mr. Trump to be Secretary of Agriculture. Oklahoma Congressman Frank Lucas.
I'm one of those folks who say that farmers and ranchers understand what they're doing, give them the tools so that they can compete in the world and deal with Mother Nature and deal with market prices that are on their control, but let them farm. And I'm very hopeful that soon to be a designee Secretary of Agriculture, Perdue, will share that point of view.
Lucas and others are also hopeful that Oklahoma's Scott Pruitt will be part of the Trump administration. As head of the EPA, they say Pruitt is the right person to untangle the web of unneeded regulations that have thwarted the agriculture industry.